Hello again, back to make another autumn soap, and again another one with embeds. Now in this one I'm using some ground oats in the base because I'm not sure how much is going to discolour, if it's going to discolour at all, because I've got 3 different scents in there. There's one that I know doesn't discolour and the other 2 I'm not sure, or maybe they go to a tan, so it might not discolour at all. So I thought I'll put some oats in just to give some crunchiness and some interest. And in this one there's a blend of like an apple strudel, maple syrup, sugar. It's like a really nice rich apple crumble, that kind of a smell, or like an apple dumpling. So yeah, this one's got apples on the top, leaves, and I'm not sure what else I've got there, but definitely a lot of apples and some maple leaves just for that maple syrup note. So stay tuned and I'll make it and you can see what it comes out like at the end. Obviously. So this one smells like apple dumplings, apple strudel and maple syrup. So my embeds are apples, maple leaves. Apples and maple leaves, that's all I've got at the moment. I have got some other stuff I could use, but I'm going to see how we get on with what I've got. I'm going to stick blender, you just have to excuse that at the moment because I've just used it for another soap, but it'll be fine with this. So I'm going to put in some oats. There's quite a bit, and those are ground up oats, and I just want that as my base because I'm not sure how much this is going to discolour, even if it is at all. So I'm going to stick blend and come back. Okay, that's a light trace at the moment, so I don't want to go too heavy on that because I think, oh my god, there's 2 fragrances I've not used before in this blend, and then there's another one which I have used before which I think can sometimes move a bit fast, so I don't want to over mix before I've got that scent in there. So I'm going to get that stick blender out and I'm going to use my spatula to get the scent in. So it's very, oh, it's so gorgeous. It's almost like an apple cider, but with a sweetness of like a dumpling, like almost like a pastry note. It's so bloody good. I love this scent so much, and I just the one that I've used in there is like an apple strudel sort of a smell, and I love that just as it is on its own, but mixed with these other 2, it's just so good. So I'm using apple dumpling from Nature's Garden. And what's the other one? There's another, oh, the maple sugar. Maple sugar. So I mix those 2 together with my apple strudel scent, and it's just so good. Yeah, that's not moving at all, so I'm going to be able to stick blend that a little bit more just to get it slightly thicker before I pour, because I want my embeds to sit on the top, not sink. Okay, so let's get that in. It's got sort of a rustic look to it with those oats. There's not too much in there, but there's enough to give it a bit of texture, which is what it needed because it's just going to be an uncoloured soap. I did look up the notes on some of these scents and they sort of discolour to like a tan, but because there's a couple in there that don't discolour, it might not discolour too much at all, so I didn't want to risk using any colourants. It isn't what I wanted for these autumn soaps really. There's a few that I've done that have got colourants, but I prefer my autumn range to be natural, you know, like in colour, I mean. I do so many different essential oil soaps that it's actually fun to use scents sometimes, especially for autumn, because you just can't get these really rich, lovely country scents in essential oil. You just can't do it. It's like, it's okay, you can use your cinnamon, nutmeg, orange, lemon. There's so many things you can use, so it's not like you can't do it, but you're never going to get like that appley scent or that pumpkin scent. You're just not going to get it. So that's why I use these scents, because it's what I want. It's also what my customers love, so I gotta do it. Right, just got a little soap on my temple. Okay, so embed time. Let's get those on. Okay, so I've got red apples, which are actually almost like a pink. I'm a bit annoyed about that, but there wasn't really much I can do because it's just the way it went. So we use maple leaves, oh, that's just got in. Okay, I'm just gonna have to randomly do my apples first, I think. Because I don't think we're gonna see the little top stem. And I'm gonna randomly place some of these yellow maple leaves as well as I go. The beauty part about doing these plain coloured soaps and using embeds is the work is a lot less, because you're just literally pouring the colour and then the top is where the interest is, so it's kind of cool to do that this way. Got quite a few to still do yet, these autumn soaps. There's so many I wanted to do, and there's so many scents that come out at this time of the year that I want to try all these different ones, and I've got so many different themes that I want to work on. I've got a whole Scottish theme, so I've been shopping from Scent for Feet with their Scottish range, it's so good, and I've got several of their scents that I want to use this year. So it's sort of like trying to get a crossover between autumn and winter and using all these different homely smells, you know. So that's my plan for this year. But time is short at the moment. I've got a few things going on in life that are taking up a lot of my time. I don't have enough time to do all the things I want to do. So I'm here, it's actually just about 20 to 6 now in the afternoon. I've got to go home soon, but I didn't get in till late today because we've got a bit of a drama at home with there's a water leak again. If you followed me for a long time, you'll know what this house that we bought has been an absolute joke from start to finish. And now there's another water leak in our utility space. So we've got people coming out to come and have a look at it tomorrow and hopefully fix it. But yeah, it's just, Matt was like, can you come home, come and have a look at this? So I was like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. And I just got here, like I'd been here maybe an hour and off I had to go again. So that was a bit of a pain in the bum. But you know, these things happen. I've got some darker leaves there that I need. Oh, there I need another one there. Another one down here somewhere. I'm just going to push that one over, shove you in there. Another apple there. And a few more to go, a few more leaves. So we'll have a yellow in between there. So yeah, life happens, doesn't it, sometimes, and you just have to go and sort things out, and it can be a bit of a pain. Okay, got one more. Where are we going? Move along with it and stick you in there. Okay, now, like I did with the last one, which you didn't see because I didn't show it, was I sprinkled on some red peppercorns, and I'm going to use them again because it's a really nice colour for autumn look. So I'm going to use those and just sprinkle them over the top, and they should stick to this one because it's just been poured and it's still pretty wet. Whereas the last one I made, I just had to poke them on a bit. But it just makes it look a little bit more harvest time like. That's what I like to go for. Harvest festival kind of looking soaps for autumn. This is quite different for me for doing embeds. I'm normally one for, you know, peak tops and all that kind of stuff. But this year I was like, no, I've got to get these moulds that I've wanted. So I found some really good moulds. and I've used them. I've been waiting to make these soaps, and that looks awesome. Okay, I think that'll do. There's one down there. Okay, so there we go. That is, I don't know what I'm calling it yet. I was going to do it like apple dumpling and maple syrup, but I'm not sure if I want to just call it something that generic. I'm going to look through my phone, because in my phone, just chop a few of them in there. In my phone I save loads of different names for soaps that I've read maybe in a book, and I come out with these ideas and I write them all, well, type them all out into my Colour Note is the app I use. I've got all these different things on my Colour Note, and one of them is blend names, so I just make all these lists, and some of them I get round to using and some of them I don't, so I will look in there and see if there's anything autumnal. Yeah, usually it's sort of inspired by a film or something like that, but this one isn't. It's just basically the scent combination that I put together and made the apples in advance a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't have a name, so that's what I've got to come up with next. And I'll have so many I can choose from, so no need to give me ideas. I've got so many ideas that I just don't know whether I'm coming or going, so be something fancy that I'll find for that. It will make sense somewhere along the lines. So there we go. I will be back to cut it and show you what it looks like finished. I mean, not going to be a lot going on because of the colour being plain, but it looks good. It looks good. Alright, I will see you for the cut later. Okay, you're not going to quite believe this, but I wasn't actually filming me cutting this into loaves. So here's the finished soap. I wasn't with it in the last video because it's the same day I'm recording again. Yeah, I didn't press record, so at least you'll get to see the cut of the actual soap bars, but you're not going to get me cutting the block into loaves. Sorry about that. I did, however, film it on my phone, which is behind this camera, for my TikTok and my Instagram. So if you don't follow me over on TikTok, there's links below and you can come and follow me there, because I try to post pretty much daily there, as well as Instagram. So all links below. Okay, so let's cut one of the loaves, and you can at least see that. Okay, just get that lined up nice. Just put it around that way, because I've got another end piece there. Okay, so it's going to look pretty much the same all the way through, because I don't think it's going to discolour very much, if at all, actually. So it looks like that. And then inside you can kind of make out that I've got oatmeal in there. So it's a really nice, simple autumn soap. Looks awesome, doesn't it? They're just those embeds just make so much difference to the way these soaps look and feel. So yeah, really happy with the way they turned out. And I'll be back for the next one. I don't know what I'm making next. I've still got a few catch-up soaps to make from the general catalogue range, and then there's a few more I'll be doing for Halloween. I've just got to decide which ones I'm doing for Halloween, because this is all sort of autumn. So I'll be back for that one very soon. So I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta.